x is equals to x minus 1. So f of x is equals to x minus 1. It is not differentiable at x equals to 1. So it's a differentiability to prove. What we need to do to check the differentiability of the given function, let us consider the left hand limit at x is equals to 1. Okay. So what we have to do to check the differentiability? Check the differentiability at x is equals to 1. First, let us check the left hand limit. Okay, consider the left hand limit at x is equals to 1. Consider left hand limit derivative. Left hand limit at x is equals to 1. So, derivative of the function definition, what is there that you have to take into consideration. So, limit h tends to 0 minus f of, usually whether a function is derivative or not at x is equals to c. At x is equals to c if it is derivative. So what you need to, you will take here limit h tends to 0 f of c plus h minus f of c by h. This should be differentiable. If this exists, means left hand limit and right hand limit both exist, then you can say that in this place here minus and plus, then you can say that this function is differentiable at x is equals to c. At x is equals to c, it is differentiable. Okay. So now what you write here? Limit h tends to 0 minus f of here at 1 we are checking up. So at c means 1 c plus. So 1 plus h minus f of 1 divided by h. This one we have to. So which is equals to, what do you get here? Limit h tends to 0 minus f of 1 plus h. What do you get? F of 1 plus h, 1 plus h minus 1. F of x is equals to modulus of x minus 1. F of 1 plus h is equals to modulus of 1 plus h minus 1 minus f of 1. F of 1 is nothing but modulus of 1 minus 1 by h. So what do you get here? Limit h tends to 0 minus mod h minus 0 by h. So modulus of h, when the value is here not 0 exactly, it is negative. Little bit 0 say less than. When it is near to 0 but less than 0. So negative. When it is negative, the modulus of h will become minus h. So we get here limit h tends to 0 minus h by h. So we are going to get limit h tends to 0 minus 1. So it is a constant. So constant of the function we are going to get minus 1 as it is. So next afterwards, limit h tends to 0 plus 0 plus f of 1 plus h minus f of h by h. Okay. So now what do you get here? This one. Limit h tends to 0 plus modulus of 1 plus h minus h naught. Yes. Modulus of 1 minus 1 by h. As here h is tends to 0 plus right hand limit. This is right hand limit. This is left hand limit. Right hand limit, left hand limit, both if it is equal only, then the limit exists and it is derivative. So derivative, to be prove that it is derivative, this should exist at x is equals to c particular point if you take into consideration. Okay. So now what you write here? Limit h tends to 0 plus 1 plus h minus mod h minus 0 by h. So as it is positive, h tends to 0 plus positive h. So then this will become h by h we are going to get. So limit h tends to 0 plus h by h. What do you get here? You are going to get 1. This is h by positive h by h we get. So limit h tends to 0 plus of 1 is equals to 1. Left hand limit is minus 1, right hand limit is plus 1. Left hand limit is minus 1 and right hand limit is plus 1. So that's why the limit is not equal. Left hand limit and right hand limit is not equal. Therefore, it is not differentiable at x is equals to 1. x is equals to 1 पे डिफरेंशिएबल नहीं है. Did you get my point? समझ में आया?
Yes, sir.
हाँ?
Yes, sir.
क्लियर है ना? Tenth problem, it is given that f of x is equals to greatest integer function 0 less than x less than 3. It is defined. This is not differentiable at x is equals to 1 and x is equals to 2. X is equals to 1, let us check. X is equals to 2 in the same way. At x equals to 1 is nothing but left hand limit at x equals to 1. Derivative of the original derivative in the what way we will take the definition in the same way. At x is equals to 1 to be taken into consider. So that means left hand limit to be taken into consider. So left hand limit, whenever you take into consider, limit h tends to 0 minus f of 1 plus h minus f of 1 by h. This one you need to find it. Right hand limit h plus h tends to 0 plus limit. So then if left hand limit, right hand limit equal means then the limit exists and it is derivative at x is equals to 1. So what do you write here? Which is equals to limit h tends to 0 minus f of 1 plus h means in the greatest integer function 1 plus h minus f of 1 greatest integer of the 1 by h. So this one everyone have to be a little bit careful here. 1 plus h greatest integer function. Take the number line if you are getting confused. Here 0, here 1, here 2, here minus 1. 1 plus h will be here. 1 plus h. Actually, h is what here? A negative number. 0 minus. Near to 0 but less than 0. That means a negative number. So when you a smaller negative number, h value 0 से less than negative. Very near to 0 but less than 0. That means a negative number. When you subtract a negative number from the one, what you get a number you will get like this here. This is a place you are going to have the greatest integer function of 1 plus h. As h tends to 0 minus. 0 minus, as we are having 0 minus, it will be that number will be here. So what will be the greatest integer function of that one? Can you say? What will be the greatest integer function of the one? It's 0 because the number is here. If a number is between that less than, what is the meaning of the greatest integer function? इसका meaning क्या है? In the brackets, everyone knows that one. Suppose if it is given to you in the brackets minus 2.5 if it is given. Can you say what is its value? Is it audible to you? Can you say its value? You are trying to say but not audible to me. So here minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. Where the number is there you need to see. Here number is there. So it says less than. What are the numbers are there? In that greatest one number one. In the greatest number क्या है? So minus 3. So here the minus 3. Like that. In all the integers less than this number, so it is the greatest one. So here you are going to get when you take it to 0. So limit h tends to 0 minus 0 minus 1 by h. So which is equals to limit h tends to 0 minus 1 by h. As h is equal here, it is a negative number, then you are going to get this value is equals to infinite. Here it is not 0 exactly. Infinite value we need to write. Already I told you limits में 1 by 0 is not equals to infinite. Do remember this point. As a mathematics students, here you have to be very careful. This one. As the situation came, then I am explaining. 1 by 0 is not equals to infinity. 1 by 0 को undefined बोलना है. limit x tends to 0 1 by x if you are saying this is equals to infinity. x वैल्यू 0 को अप्रोच हो रहे हैं, 0 के पास जा रहे हैं, तो what is 1 by x value? 1 by x value will be very big number. Very big number will be represented as an infinity. You please, in the same way here also you are going to get the infinity. So next in the same way right hand limit if you take into consider. Either in right hand limit h tends to 0 plus f of 1 plus h minus f of 1 by h. So same way limit h tends to 0 plus 1 plus h. Greatest integer function of 1 plus h minus h. So we get limit h tends to 0 plus. So 1 plus h का h is greater than 0. So 1 plus h will be here. The greatest integer function here. When as h, sir, if this 1 plus h here बोला है वो तो उधर बोला, because here in this case h is less than 0. Here in this case h is greater than 0. So 1 से 0 से greater है. 0 से greater को 1 को add कर दिया तो 1 point something you will get. 1 point something आ जाएगा. So 1 point something whenever you get this is number here, and the greatest integer function will be equals to 1. 1 minus 1 by h. 1 minus 1 by h you are getting. So 1 minus 1 is equals to 0. 0 by h is equals to 0. So वो constant हो गया. So limit h tends to 0 plus some 0 you get. 0 by h is 0. That is whatever it may be the value. We will get this is constantly 0. Here it is infinity. Here it is 0. Both are not equal. Both are not equal. Then it is not differentiable at x equals to 1. x equal to 1 पे differentiable नहीं है. x equal to 2 पे भी differentiable नहीं है बोलने के लिए what to do? To prove that it is not differentiable at x equals to 1, 2. Here you need to take 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 2. 2 plus h whole. So this value will become 1 and this value will become 2. Because 2 plus h is nothing but here and the number is here. The greatest integer function is 1. So 1 we are going to get minus 2. So minus 1 by h, same you will get. Here also minus 1 by h you will get. Here also infinity you will get. At x equals to 2 if you are taking. X equals to 2 here you take. Here 2, here 2. 2 plus h is equals to 2 plus h is equals to what you get here. In this case 2 you will get same. Here also 2 will get. 2 minus 2, 0 are 0. Here it is 0, here it is infinity. One case infinity and another case is 0. One case is infinity, another case is 0. Then you are going to get the that is not differentiable at x equals to 2 also. So this is a way to prove the functions which are given to you in a different way. Okay, to prove that these type of the functions in a different way. In this way you can prove that they are not differentiable in particular places. Okay, now let us go for the implicit functions. Functions which are called implicit functions and which are called explicit functions. Actually till now we have solved all the differentiation and the derivative of the functions which are in the form of y is equals to f of x. अभी तक हम लोग कैसे सॉल्व कर दिया? y is equals to f of x फॉर्म में मतलब उसको सॉल्व कर दिया. Isn't it? F means the function is completely in the form of x. Isn't it? We have solved x. F of x is equals to here it is given. X square plus 2x minus 2. Like this, what are the functions again? 5.2 we have solved. These type of the functions are called explicit functions. What do we call? We call them as explicit functions. And implicit function. Implicit function is nothing but the y. Actually, this will be taken into y. And here f dash of x represents that will be represents as dy by dx. Then finding the derivative with respect to x is called d by dx. Finding derivative with respect to x is called both sides d by dx is taken into consider. So these are called explicit function. And implicit function is nothing but y is included as a one variable in the given function. Suppose if you take into consider x plus sine y is equals to some again x5. Suppose if you see that in this y cannot be written in terms of x, y cannot be written in terms of x, x can be written in terms of y. So here whenever you do the differentiation with respect to x, whenever you would like to do it, this cannot be possible here in this case. So these type of the functions are called implicit functions. And how do we solve the implicit functions? With the help of these implicit functions finding derivative, we will use the inverse trigonometric functions derivatives. We will derive the inverse trigonometric functions derivatives. Okay? So let us see how do we derive the sine inverse x. Derivative of the sine inverse x. How do we find inverse of a derivative? Do you know? Do you know? Okay. Derivative of sine inverse x. So let y is equals to sine inverse x. Let y is equals to sine inverse x. So if you consider y is equals to sine inverse x, we need to find out here derivative of the sine inverse x is nothing but we have to find out dy by dx. But we don't know the sine inverse x differentiation directly. So we are going to derive it. In the same way, the remaining functions also you can derive it. So let us see the one example here like this. So now this can be written as x is equals to sine y. X is equals to sine y. Can be written like that. Y is equal to sine inverse x. Now differentiating with respect to x. D double r is nothing but differentiating with respect to x. Both sides. So that is nothing but d by dx to be taken. D by dx something. As this function is y is an implicit function. Inside it is there. So that's why d by dx of 1 is equals to x is equals to 1. And here what to do now? Sin y का differentiation क्या है? Cos y. And again y to be differentiated with respect to x, dy by dx. And cos y you take to this side. So what you get dy by dx is equals to 1 by cos y. But this should be in terms of x only. We should write this one in terms of x because the function is given. इसका derivative चाहिए. So function is in terms of x and उसका derivative भी in terms of x होना. So this to be converted in terms of x. To converted in terms of x, first you can write it as 1 by sin square y. 1 minus sin square y under root of 1 minus sin square y. You can write that. Then here if you see that, whenever you see that, what do you get? Y equal to sin inverse x. Then sin y is equals to what you get? Sin of sin inverse x. Is equals to x you will get as y is equals to sin inverse x. Both sides sin I am taking here. Sin y is equals to sin of sin inverse x. Sin of sin inverse x is equals to x. Okay, so then you can say that here sin square y is equals to x square under root of 1 minus x square. Did you understand this one? Therefore, you can say that d by dx of sin inverse of x is equals to 1 by under root of 1 minus x square. Sin inverse x differentiation is 1 by under root of 1 minus x square. In the same way, cos inverse if you try, cos inverse differentiation will be equals to d by dx. Same way you are going to get cos inverse of x is equals to minus 1 by under root of 1 minus x square. And tan inverse d by dx tan inverse x is equals to 1 by 1 plus x square you get. How do we prove the tan inverse x is equal to excuse me. Okay. Tan inverse x to find out in the same way. Y equal to tan inverse x equal to tan y. Tan y differentiation, secant square y. Isn't it? Secant square y you will get here. 1 by secant square y. That secant square y to be written as 1 plus tan square y. 1 plus tan square y. So tan square y can be written as x square. As you get here, sin square y is equals to x. Tan square y can be written as x square. So 1 plus x square directly you will get. Same procedure. This is one model I have given you. Then d by dx of cot inverse x is equals to minus 1 by 1 plus x square. These you try to remember. Just because this will be useful to you in further problems to solve. Sin inverse x differentiation is 1 by under root of 1 minus x square. Here onwards you are going to take the one derivative of the different functions you are going to learn. Okay. d by dx of secant inverse x is equals to 1 by mod x of under root of x square minus 1. 1 by mod x into under root of x square minus 1 and d by dx of cosec inverse x is equals to minus 1 by mod x into under root of x square minus 1. So these are the inverse trigonometric functions and their derivatives. Inverse trigonometric functions and derivatives. This with the same way you can prove all these. Remaining are easy, only you try at home to prove that. Okay. So now let us go for the 5.3 exercise. Exercise 5.3 you will see here. So the first question is given that 2x plus 3y is equals to sin x. Find the dy by dx. 2x plus 3y is equals to sin x. So here actually this is whether it is implicit or explicit function. Tell me whether it is implicit or explicit. It is explicit function because y you can write in terms of x. Y is equals to sin x minus 2x by 3. So you can do it. dy by dx find out karna hai. So that means you can write here differentiating with respect to x both sides. So what you get? 2 into d by dx by dx. So 2 into 1 plus 3 dy by dx is equals to sin x differentiation cos x. And dy by dx find out करना है. ये 2 को उधर लेके जाओ. 3 into dy by dx is equals to cos x minus 2. So dy by dx is equals to cos x minus 2 by 3. So that's what this is a function. Okay. Now if you see that second problem, this is explicit function, and next one 2x plus 3y is equals to sin y. This is implicit function. It is an implicit function. So to solve this one, what to do? Same differentiating with respect to x both sides. This compulsory you need to write. So what you get here? 2 into 1 plus 3 dy by dx is equals to sin y differentiation. Differentiation of sin y is cos y. Okay, you people are saying but not audible to me. Now what to do here? dy by dx we need to find it. Where the dy by dx is there, that all you take to the one side. So you can write this one to the take to the right side. Cos y minus 3 into dy by dx is equals to 2. We need dy by dx. So take this one to the right side. So dy by dx is equals to 2 by cos y minus 3. Did you understand this one?
Yes, sir.
Good. So now if you go for the remaining all the problems will be like this only. Here the different problems let us take into consider. Seventh one. I'm not going to say to you all the problems here. Seventh one is little bit different. So what to do in that case? Let us see here. The question is given to you: sin square y plus cos x. Sorry. Sin square by plus is equals to, is it k or any other number? In this it is
K, sir.
k only. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Some constant, whatever it may be. So now here differentiating this with respect to x on both sides. Same you do, differentiating with respect to x on both sides. So what do you get here? D by dx of sin square y plus cos xy is equals to d by dx of k constant. So here what to do? As the differentiation you can take this separately. Sin square y differentiation you need to do, and sin cos xy differentiation you need to do. Sin square y differentiation means, see here separately we need to do d by dx of sin square y plus d by dx of cos xy is equals to d by dx of a constant is 0. So d by dx of constant is 0. So what do you write here? Sin square y. Here sin square y. So differentiation of sin square y, how do you do? 2 sin y. Again sin y का differentiation. This is x square. X square को differentiate कर दिया तो 2x आ जाएगा. In the same way, sin square y को differentiate कर दिया तो 2 sin y आएगा. And sin y का differentiation is cos y. Again y का
Cos y dx. dy dx.
This part you should understand here. The next thing is that plus cos xy. Cos xy means cos xy का differentiation minus sin xy d by dx of xy. d by dx of xy. d by dx of xy means it is UV rule you have to apply. Product rule. Product rule you have to apply here in this case. So is equals to 0. 2 sin y cos y can be written as sin 2y. Can we write? 2 sin y cos y can be written as sin 2y. Sin 2y dy by dx minus sin xy. d by dx of xy is nothing but UV rule applied. UV rule means d by dx of x into y plus d by dx of into y x is equals to 0. X is one function and y is another function. The product, their product is taken into consideration. So now here sin 2y dy by dx. This you are going to get as a 1. So 1 into y, y इधर multiply करेंगे तो y into sin xy. Next minus x sin xy dy by dx is equals to 0. So dy by dx you take the common here and this term you take to the right side. So dy by dx if you take the common, then you are going to get sin 2y minus x sin xy is equals to this one. I am changing to the right side. What do you get here? Y sin xy. So y sin xy you are going to. So from this dy by dx is equals to y sin xy by sin 2y minus x sin xy. This is a dy by dx. Any doubt here? Clearly दिख रहा है?
Yes, sir.
Is it visible?
Yes, sir.
Eighth problem also sin square x plus cos square y is sin square x plus cos square y is equals to 1. That you can do it. Ninth convert substitution actually. Ninth problem if you see that. Okay. So here the problems are completely little bit different here. Okay. So these problems we will take into consider different way.